Teva. Wondered what separates a small business from a startup? You hear the word thrown around all the time: Silicon Valley, tech giants, unicorns. But what does it actually mean? Is every new business a startup? Not exactly. Let's break it down, because understanding this difference could be your key to spotting the next big thing, or even building it yourself. At its core, a startup is a company designed to grow fast. Speed is everything. While a traditional small business, like a local coffee shop or a freelance graphic designer, aims for profitability and sustainability from day one, a startup is on a mission for rapid, massive expansion. They're not just trying to capture a piece of the existing market, they're often trying to create a whole new one. Think about it. Before Airbnb, did you ever consider renting a stranger's spare room for your vacation? Before Uber, was hailing a private car with an app even a concept? That's the power of a startup. They change our behavior. The engine driving this rapid growth is innovation. Startups are built on a new idea, a new business model, or a new technology that disrupts the status quo. They look at a problem people face every day and ask, is there a better, faster, cheaper way to solve this thing? This could be a complex problem, like developing AI to diagnose diseases, or a simple one, like creating a more efficient way to order groceries online. The solution is almost always tech-driven, whether it's a mobile app, a software as a service or SaaS platform, or a sophisticated AI algorithm. Technology is the vehicle that allows a startup to scale. What does scale really mean, though? Scalability is a startup's secret sauce. It's the ability to grow revenue exponentially, while costs increase only incrementally. Let's go back to our coffee shop example. To double its revenue, the shop needs to open a new location, hire more staff, buy more equipment, till its costs grow almost in line with its income. Now, consider a SaaS company that sells project management software. To get from 100 to 1,000 customers, they don't need to build 10 different versions of their software. They just need to handle more users on their servers. Their product is infinitely replicable at a very low marginal cost. This is scalability in action. They can serve a customer in Tokyo just as easily as one in their hometown, all from the same digital platform. This potential for global reach from day one is a hallmark of a modern startup. Because of this focus on high-speed growth over immediate profit, startups have a very different financial structure. They often operate at a loss for years, pouring every dollar they have and more into product development, marketing, and user acquisition. So where does this money come from? This brings us to the world of venture capital, or VC. Venture capitalists are investors who provide funding to startups that have long-term growth potential. It's high-risk. VCs know that many of their investments will fail, but they're betting that one or two will become the next Google or Meta, delivering massive returns that cover all the losses and then some. This funding journey usually happens in stages. It might start with bootstrapping, where the founders use their own savings. Then comes seed funding from angel investors, wealthy individuals who believe in the idea early on. If the startup shows promise and starts gaining traction, it will move on to Series A, B and C funding rounds, raising millions, sometimes hundreds of millions, from larger VC firms. Each round of funding is tied to specific milestones, achieving product-market fit, scaling user growth, or expanding into new markets. The ultimate goal for many is an exit, either through an initial public offering or IPO, where the company goes public on the stock market, or through an acquisition, where a larger company buys them out. But being a startup isn't just about money and technology. It's about culture. Startup culture is famous for being fast-paced, adaptable, and a bit chaotic. Teams are small, hierarchies are flat, and job titles are fluid. An engineer might also be doing customer support, and a CEO might be getting coffee for the team. Everyone wears multiple hats because the goal is singular: grow, and grow fast. There's a mindset of fail fast, learn faster. Instead of spending years perfecting a product in secret, startups launch a minimum viable product, or MVP. This is the most basic version of their idea that still provides value to early users. They release it, get feedback, iterate, and improve. This cycle of building, measuring, and learning is at the heart of the lean startup methodology. It's about being agile and responding to the market, not sticking to a rigid 5-year plan. So, let's recap the key ingredients. First, you have innovation, a disruptive idea, usually powered by technology. Second, you have scalability, a business model that allows for exponential growth with minimal cost increase. Third, you have a focus on high growth, often funded by venture capital, rather than immediate profitability. And fourth, you have a culture of speed, agility, and constant iteration. When you see a company with these characteristics, you're looking at a startup. The startup ecosystem is where the future is being built, from fintech companies revolutionizing how we manage money, to health tech startups personalizing medicine, to e-commerce platforms changing how we shop. These companies are tackling some of the world's biggest challenges. They are the engines of economic growth and job creation in the digital age. So why is it important for you to understand this? Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur dreaming of building your own company, an investor looking for the next big opportunity, a student choosing a career path, or just a curious consumer, the world of startups impacts you. The apps on your phone, the services you use online, the way you work and live, much of it is shaped by startups that were once just a wild idea in a founder's garage. The journey of a startup is a roller coaster. It's filled with incredible highs and devastating lows. But it's also a path of immense learning, creativity, and impact. It's about having the audacity to believe you can change the world and the resilience to actually make it happen. So, the next time you hear about a new company raising millions in funding or launching a groundbreaking app, you'll know exactly what you're looking at. Not just seeing a new business, you're seeing a startup on a mission to grow, to scale, and to shape our future. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this explanation helpful, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of business and technology. Let me know in the comments what startup you're most excited about right now. See you in the next one.